Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we will be going to discuss about the introduction to assembly language on AVR microcontrollers. Here is our document through which we will be going to discuss some of the basic commands that we are going to use in order to perform the assembly language coding. As we know, in case of assembly language, there are three registers. One is DDRX, other is port X, and other is pin X. DDRX is used to assign the address of the port. By the help of this, we can assign any kind of an address. Either we can decide, or we can define the address of any kind of a port. By the help of port command, port register, we can declare the some port as an output, and by the help of pin command, pin register, we can declare some pin as an input. So this is the detail that was clearly defined in the document, and I can give the link of the document in the description as well. So here are the basic commands, some important commands. One is LDI. LDI stands for load data immediate. If we want to load data in some register, then we can use that command, LDI command. The syntax is that RD, A. RD is the register in which we are going to store the value of K. Similarly, we have add command. By the help of add command, we can perform the addition, and after the addition of these two registers, the value is stored in the RD register. And then LDS, load direct to the data space. In this command, here is the register and K is the address. Okay, and from which we can define the address at which we want to store the data. Store direct to the data space. This is the same, and this is the input command where IO load and IO location to the register. So these are the some of the command that we are going to use while doing the assembly language programming. Now, as we all know, we will be going to use the Atmel Studio in order to perform the assembly language coding. So here is our first code, and let's see after that code what will be happen. And I will be going to explain the code from the Atmel Studio. So here is our code. As you can see, this is the basic structure that we are going to use. By the help of LDI command, we store the values FF, which is equal to 11111 in R16 register. Then we declare port B as an output and store the value R16 into the port B. So in this way, our port B is entirely declared as an output, because output resembles to 1 and input corresponds to 0. So when we apply 0 cross FF to the port B, this will going to assign port B as an output. Now this is the loop command. We will be going to start the loop L1, and after that out port B comma R16. The value stored in the R16 is then stored in the port B. Now we will be going to use LDI command when we store 0 in R20 register, and then we can send that 0 to the port B, and then in this way the 0 is again displayed at the port B. So this is our first code that we are going to use. Now let's run and see what are the results. First of all, we are going to build the solution. As you can see that the solution has been built successfully. Now we will be going to see the registers by the help of step into. For that we need to start the debugging process, and this is the debugging process. Okay. So as you can see that we will be going to execute our code line by line. As you can see, we will be going to store R16 in R16 register. We will be going to store 0 cross FF. Now see, when we press F11 to the next line, you can see R16 has the value of 0 cross FF. Now we declare port B as an output because it stores the value of R16. Now when we apply port B is equal to R16, our R20 is 0. After that R20 की वैल्यू हमारी जो है वो 0 हो जाएगी, 0 क्रॉस 0 0, एंड आफ्टर दैट वी विल बी गोइंग टू गेट द आउटपुट. इन दिस वे आवर लूप runs again and again. So that is our first code that we are going to apply. Now we will be going to head to our second code. And now in our second code, you can see that we are storing some value in the register R16 and R17, and then we will be going to perform the addition operator, which change increments the value of R16. Then we use sts command, because we will be going to store R16 value at that address. Then we will use the lds command and add R1. Now let's see how that code runs. First of all, we need to copy the code, and here, and now in build solution. Okay, and now we will be going to debug, and let's see how it really works. So you can see that R16 has a value of 0 cross 25, and then R17 has a value of 0 cross 34. After addition operator, the value of R16 has been incremented to 0 cross 59, which is the result of the hexadecimal addition between 0 cross 25 and 0 cross 34. Now we will be going to store that value at 0 cross 230 location. ठीक है, and which is which stores the value of R16. And next we will use the LDS commands. ठीक है, R0 is equal to the content of the location. हमने उसके अंदर R0 R1 के ऊपर हम लोगों ने उस content को store करवाया, and then R1 और R0 को हम लोग add करवा के R01 की value के अंदर जो है हम उसको increment करें. So this is our second code. नाउ हम अपने नेक्स्ट जो है लास्ट कोड की तरफ जाते हैं. ठीक है, इसमें अब हमारे पास क्या है कि अब हम LDI करवाते हैं. R17 में 10 स्टोर करवा के R18 में 0 स्टोर करवा देते हैं, एंड R19 हमारा 4 है. और हम इसमें एडिशन परफॉर्म करवाने के बाद डिक्रीमेंट ऑपरेटर देखते हैं, और देखते हैं कि क्या ये इसी तरीके से कोड हमारा रन करता है कि नहीं करता. नाउ लेट्स सी हाउ इट रियली हैपन्स. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम इस कोड को कॉपी कर लेते हैं यहाँ से. ओके, now let's build the solution. Okay, yes, now our solution has been built successfully, and we will be heading towards our simulator screen. Now as you can see, R17 has a value of 0 cross 0a, which is the hex value. Then R18 has a value 0 cross 0 0. R19 has a value of 0 cross 04. After addition between R18 and R21, the value of R18 has been updated. Now we will be going to decrement the value of R16, which is equal to 0 cross FF, and we will be going to repeat the loop again and again. So that is our code, and this is how it really works. Now we will be going to perform simple activity. As you can see, we need in our activity, we need to take input from one of the port and save the value in register. Okay, so we will be simply going to use the above code. uh, okay, now we will begin. As our task says that we need to take input from one of the port. We need to take input from one of the port and save the value in the register. So we need to declare our port as an input. So for that purpose, we need to declare our port as an input. We have declared our port as an input, and we can take the value from the port B. So out port B. So we will be going to use input on port in B, comma R16, and then we will be going to store R20, comma R16. We don't need that. Okay, so we don't need the two. Okay, let's build the code. Yes, there is some sort of error in line number 5. Need to remove that line as well. Now again build the solution with build the solution. So that is all for today's video. If you like the video, then do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.